I was live working. Looked pretty good. Out here in beautiful Banff National Park. Going out of my way to do a live show because I love participating with you guys. So, beautiful scenery around me. Mountains all over the place. There's that gorgeous mountain behind me. It's got a really pretty waterfall on it. We're answering questions about Sasquatch for a short while. I have an announcement to make, and I'm actually burning the midnight oil. I'll be up late tonight doing work for the announcement that I'm going to talk about. So hello, Paul. So we're having a fantastic year. My best year ever for expeditions. More sightings, more interactions than I've ever had in my whole life. More sign of Sasquatch. It's been just totally fantastic. I can't really talk about what I'm doing right now because I'm in a confidentiality agreement. So, but next week on the live show, I don't think there's any reason I should be back home by then. I'm not home right now. I'm far from home in the mountains. So check this out behind me. Look at that, guys. Isn't that pretty? So this is Banff National Park. I actually just pulled over off the highway, drove a mile to try to get away from the loud highway noise. Didn't work too well, but I'll let some people get on here. We'll answer for you a few questions. I'm glad that the show is working. That is fantastic. Very happy about the technology. The town of Banff is just over there. That's Sulphur Mountain. So I'm on my way deeper into the wilderness. Found any nests lately? I've never found a Sasquatch nest. I don't think so. So I just don't even, like, I've seen temporary bedding spots. Maybe you call that a nest. And the temporary bedding spots, what they'll do, which is pretty cool since I'm kind of out here in the wilderness, is here, I'll show you guys. So there's a downed log like that. And what they'll do is they'll take a tree, so grab a tree and they'll bend it and they'll shove it into the down log. So you get this bow, and then they'll go, that's it, like an automatic shelter. It's pretty cool. And I've seen that quite a few times in an area where I knew there was Sasquatch. So I've deduced, I mean, I've seen it like 10 times. So I'm pretty sure that is most assuredly Sasquatch. Most of the footprints at Radium are in moss. Do you ever find softer soil? I wish. Only one time I ever did that, I had success. I purposely, I was playing a little cat and mouse game with the Sasquatch where I'm the mouse. I got them to walk through excellent substrate. It was up on a mountainside, but it was really nice. It was clay, it was gorgeous, the tracks were amazing, and they covered them up after. So that's the short of the long story that transpired. But in the past, I used to think I was dealing with, like something with the intelligence of a gorilla or an ape. I'm dealing with something that's more intelligent than I am. They are literally far more intelligent. They're just superior beings to me, and all the evidence I've been able to gather substantiates that. So, and I'm not trying to offend anybody, and maybe I'm wrong, but literally all the evidence that I've ever seen shows me that on every single level. I don't, emotionally, mentally, physically, spiritually, superior. So the fifth one, who knows? But you can kind of deduce that if those are so high, the last one will be high as well. So, boom, everybody. Hi, Chris. I'm supposed to talk to you, aren't I, Chris? Yeah, I'm supposed to be catching up with you. So I just, I get so far behind with stuff, and I apologize. Can Bigfoot whip a mountain gorilla? Wouldn't even be close. Like the Sasquatch wouldn't even, because you're talking about a cold weather primate that's more than double the size and more than double the strength. So like a primatologist explained to me, a 400-pound black bear, if he didn't have claws and teeth, he's still more powerful, and he would still outdo a gorilla because they're tropical and the muscle density is not as significant. They're just our cold weather animals. Since the muscle density is thicker, harder to generate more heat, the tropical animals, tropical species can't have that. Sorry, I'm coughing right now. What the heck's the matter with me? I have a cough drop here. One second. Do I have the best crap? No, I'm clicking out. Anyways, how far into the show are we? So I'm going to go some 5 minutes. I'll do 5 more minutes. So I'm only going to answer a few questions, guys. Then I'm going to talk about what's going on. Then I got to get back. Doing what the announcement's about. Hello, Marshall. Hello, Fabian. Really don't. Have you ever got a handprint? That's a good question. I've seen Jeff Meldrum's casting of handprints that were amazing. No, well, I've never casted like a great track. You understand how significant? Like, look at this terrain right here. This is the terrain that I walk around in. Like, you're not going to get a castable dermal ridge track in terrain like this. Terrain, like, I guess along the riverbeds is ideal, and I just haven't got that yet. It's kind of shocking, I guess, because I've had footage and I've had such significant findings, but yeah, not tracks that I was able to cast and get. And there's so much more. The other thing too, guys, you gotta understand, like, carrying casting material around is not gonna happen. Like, I see castable tracks every 2 or 3 years. For me to carry around 30 pounds of just casting material, and then I got to have the water for it and the mixing and all that. It's not realistic for me. What Jeff Meldrum was able to do is find people like Paul Freeman, who was having like Sasquatch walking along where there were apples being taken from apple orchards, and just real activity with real good substrate in an area where there was, significant Sasquatch activity, like in Oregon. And I don't have that. That's just not here. Backcountry work that I do is very, very different. So it's someone says it's God's Wrath says, someone who calls himself God Wrath says it's a dimensional crossover. I don't know what that means. Oh, and Mystic Jedi, what are you currently using for a track cast? I have that stuff. It's at the trailers. I just use that old school casting material with water. Driveway builds. First time I became a believer was in 2001 when I saw footprints in Tumble Ridge, Alberta, when I was going through heli-portable logging. So I'd love to hear about that, especially since you're in Alberta. This is Driveway Builds. Send me some information at the email address discoveringbigfoot@gmail.com. I'd really like to hear about that. So just going to do just a few more minutes here, guys. Tim Fisher, I'm researching Snow Peak in Lacombe, Oregon in the last several months. I wish you tremendous success. If you want advice, ask me on a live show maybe next week, or send me an email, discoveringbigfoot@gmail.com, to see if we can get to it. Jennifer says, we would love to have you in Burkinson, Massachusetts. Lots of sightings over here. And there's so many places like that. But to me, so Survivorman Bigfoot, season 1 was in Nordeggen Radium. We had really good, tremendous success there. Those were the highest rated episodes of Survivorman of all time. So of course it spawned a whole season. What the idiots from the network did, the network guys that just don't know a goddamn thing, is they want him to travel all over the place. And this is not finding Bigfoot. You stay in one spot. The best scientists, chimpanzee, orangutan, gorilla scientists, they spend at least a decade working in a particular area. That's what I had done. So in Survivorman Bigfoot season 2, the Nordegg and the Radium episodes were spectacular because I've been in those areas for so much time. Then he went flighty around like the network forced him to do. Les didn't have any choice. And in my opinion, the episodes were the best Les could do, but they sucked. We're just not going to get, we would have had incredible success. We would have done amazing things if we would have just stuck to one spot. It would have been much more efficient, precipitated much more results. And, so there was no Survivorman Bigfoot season 3 because they didn't take my advice. They just did the stupid network thing, and they're just a bunch of meatheads. So that's the unfortunate. You're trying to deal with people that live on cement and don't even really think Bigfoot's real. So it's very frustrating, and they just don't get it. Hey, John. So I wonder, I should announce this. So Cabin in the Woods, who did an excellent video with me, and you should watch it if you haven't seen it. It's a really good video. He did a breakdown of. It was a hard video for me to do, guys, because he made me talk about all the stupid crap that I just want to forget about, dumb things that people have been saying that are complete lies about my work, and just allegations that are absolutely preposterous and ridiculous. But he went into all those, and it was very uncomfortable for me just to get rid of all the crap once and for all. So now I have a video out there where if you have these stupid questions, just go watch that damn video. Watch this great video because he broke down all those things, and then he went into evidence of his own that really the worm is turned. My footage is real. Like, it's tried, tested, and true. all these people that have been trying to debunk it, prove it, they've done themselves no good, because there are people like Cabin in the Woods Robert and Jeff Meldrum and John Benedict and other people, Todd Gatewood, that have showed how preposterous their allegations are, how ridiculous their statements are. I feel that way about the Patterson footage. It's just ridiculous what people are trying to say. Why it's real. The Patterson footage is real. Todd Standing's footage is real. So this is what happened. This is good karma. So Robert from Cabin in the Woods does a video, and John Hunsinger has an expedition he has every year. It's his expedition. He flies in with his private jet, and he gets the ultimate October expedition. We've had incredible success. He had a life-changing experience last year. And John calls me up and says, "Hey Todd, man, I like that Robert. I like that video. Is he coming on the expedition?" I go, "I don't have any space or anything." He goes, No. He's coming on the expedition. I'm gonna make it happen. I'm gonna pay for it. I'm gonna cover it. Let's get him out there. Love the work that he did. I want him on this expedition. So this man of power puts his foot down, and John does so much for this discovery process. I'm so grateful. And now Robert from Cabin of the Woods, who did that excellent video, I'm going to announce that first. Thanks to John Hunsinger, he's getting sponsored to come out and do an expedition with us on one of the best expeditions I have of the year, the late October expedition. So I can announce that because there's nobody really being secretive about that. It's very exciting. Robert's thrilled. And when John Hunsinger wants to get something done, he gets it done. I appreciate that. He's a man that just doesn't piss around. I don't have time for dicking around. I don't like that kind of other crap. And John just gets it done. And so much respect. Thank you, John Hunsinger. So thanks to the great work of Cabin in the Woods, Robert and John Hunsinger. These two great men are going to come out on the October expedition, so I can talk about that. And then I'm going to get going here. I got to get back on that highway over behind me, get back out in the bush, because what I'm doing is I'm preparing. So this is the announcement. This is the end of the show, guys. I'm preparing for a famous YouTuber who I wasn't sure if he was coming out. He wasn't getting the contracts done, and then suddenly a week before the expedition, or even not even a week, like the weekend before his expedition, it's done and finished, and they're coming out and they got plane tickets and they're in. So next week, when I come back and do my live show, so I'm gone now. I'm getting everything ready. I'm peace out to get this expedition going on. I'm not going to talk about anything else other than this is a famous YouTuber who has nothing to do with Bigfoot. This is going to blow people away. This person is going to come out and do a Bigfoot expedition with Todd Standing, backcountry, hell in the middle of nowhere. So that's the announcement. So I don't have permission from him. Like, it's their expedition, so I'm being silent about it. So I should be able to talk about it next week. I think he's spending this significant time out with me in the wilderness, and then I think he's going to go back and just get that video up. If I don't get it next Wednesday for you, we'll figure it out. I'll do some kind of announcement or something, because he gets millions of views. So and he's just, I'll tell you guys, like, he has nothing to do with Bigfoot, nothing to do with wilderness, nothing to do with survival. He's just a dude who had the intestinal fortitude enough to say, let's come on. And this could be, is he a skeptic? Oh, probably. Like, I haven't even really talked to this guy. I just saw some of his videos. It's got nothing to do with wilderness, outdoor, Bigfoot, nothing. It's got nothing to do with that at all. His stuff is in the city. He's culturally very different from me. And yeah, he's like a city boy, I think. I shouldn't even be saying that, I don't know much. But he's just got nothing to do with this genre. And I don't know how much research he's done on me. So it's actually his agency set it up, because last year Jay Didion was the person's name, was supposed to come out and didn't do it. But that agency who represents all these YouTubers, he's got many others, said, hey, well, let's get yada yada out there. So yada yada said, yep, let's do it. He's coming. So that's the announcement. And we'll see what happens. So it's really, this is wild, guys. This is, who knows what he's going to try to do? Who knows if he's going to try to verse me or if he's going to cooperate. I actually did have a conversation with his agency. I told him, I go, I don't know, you guys like comedy maybe and that kind of stuff. You come out here and you start playing around, you'll die. Like, you start running around the bush and doing stupid things. There's grizzly bears, mountain lions. I don't know what you're used to, but this is not a time to play. So, and I don't know if they took that message properly or not, but they better not dick around, because their safety is immensely important to me. If they try to do other silly things, and it's not going to work. And usually when people have that kind of attitude, when I'm driving out and they go, "Where are we going? My God, where's civilization?" Like we just go out into the ocean of trees and we drive for hours, and we go in the middle of backcountry and nowhere where there's nobody, and walk around the bush where there's fresh bear scat, fresh wolf scat, mountain lions hunting deers, packs of wolves running around, like real awesome backcountry wilderness. And suddenly that little smirk turns that this is legit. And if Todd Standing, if we mess with him, if we piss him off, I'm gonna ride their ass right back to the freaking airport, because I'm not dicking around. No one's gonna get hurt on my expeditions. So, but I got a sense of what I was told was they're gonna take it seriously. They're gonna listen. We're gonna go really legitimately go look for some really good Sasquatch evidence and sightings, and try to really take this thing next level. So I'm busting my butt, gonna make this expedition as great as I can. And it's a fantastic time for the discovery of Bigfoot. So this leads to more open doors. More YouTubers realize that I'm freaking, don't take my word for it, come up with, show you a Bigfoot. That I say that I'll do that. That you lay down the gauntlet for me. And who's next? I'm over 30 people now I've taken out and shown Sasquatch, live interact with, or eyewitness of Sasquatch. Over 30 people have seen Sasquatch under my guidance. That's enormous. In the last 10 years I've been doing this, live interactions and everything else is way higher than that. So he's taking me up on this challenge. I want people to understand, and just, again, someone who has nothing to do with wilderness, outdoors, Bigfoot, nothing. So that's what I want to do. That's how I want this discovery to move forward. I have high hopes that he's a legitimate, good person, come out and get really good success. And just get excited about that. Can't really say any more than that. And congratulations, Robert from Cabin in the Woods, for your success with being able to get John to appreciate your work, and you're on an expedition. So, and then there's so much more coming, guys. There's an amazing expedition in September. The next expedition, late September, the early September expedition is going to be fantastic. So, so much coming, so much more. I have so many announcements. So stay excited. 2025 is just kicked into high gear. We had the best spring I've ever had for success, and then summer kind of slows down. I don't really worry too much about summer, and we had some disappointments, some pretty big disappointments in the summertime. So summer is over, and now my best time for my best year is coming up. All these things, so stay tuned. So much more to happen, and yeah, hopefully for next Wednesday I'll have some big. I gotta have something for you next Wednesday. So I'll have little tidbits, or I'll have the whole spiel for you in detail. I'll have a link to a video of a YouTuber that's going to have a fantastic video coming out here. And yeah, so much more to come. Get excited. The discovery is happening. My name is Todd Standing, and my life is devoted to the discovery of Sasquatch, and I'm so grateful for your support in this discovery process. And stay tuned. So much more to come. Bye for now.